Right, so good evening, Sir Eleanor. So this is my video or demo or the video documentation for the lab exercise number 3 for Counselor 137. So for this activity, we are going to create a demonstration explaining the tools and how to crimp RJ45 connector. So again, so to start, these are the materials. First is the crimper. So ayun, ito siya. Ayan. Ayun. So that one. So yeah. Next, second is the RJ45 connector. So next is the network cable. So, so it's a U Cat6 UTP cable, and with the 8 strands, 4 pairs. So, so the first thing, so muna siya. So there are only 3 items. Yan. So, wala to tiyan. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is to splice the UTP unshielded twisted pair Cat6 cable with the ripper. So we put it right here in this small circle. And then we align it, then we hold it into a decent amount of force. That is enough that it will not injure the cable. Then we turn it, yeah, turn it around, push, pull, yeah. So as you can see, so we have the something. We have 4 pairs. So we have 4 pairs of strands, of 2 strands. We have the orange, the blue, the green, and the brown. And now we have a. That will just make it longer. Again, here extend. Yeah. Done. So let's see. First, you have to check if there are damages. So wire. So far there are no damages. So, okay naman siya. So yun. So the next step is to arrange the strands into an order. So from what we have researched, we are going to follow um, the T568B standard. It's the T568B standard. Again, so we're going to do that. So firstly, with the T568B standard, we're going to start first by untwisting these strands. Sorry. Yeah. So this may take some time. Yeah. Yeah. Straighten. Lastly, the green and white. Yeah, so all the all the strands are now untangled or untwisted. Yeah. So the next thing we're going to do is to place them into the order, which is the T568B standard. So in that standard, so the first thing we're going to do, first thing up the line is the orange and white. This one right here. Next is the orange. Here, orange. So we'll have to put them into place together. So, yeah. Next is the uh, green and white. This one. You have to put it beside the orange. So, I'm sorry. Yun. So next is the blue. The blue one. Sorry. Yeah, right here. And you have aligned it now. Konti. And yun. Green. Okay. So the next one is the right now. Yes, the blue and white. Excellent. Yun. Next is the green. Yes, green. Yun. Then the brown and white. And lastly, the brown. Yan. So we're going to do it like this to straighten them. Yan. Yan. So this is what it looks like. Never mind that one. Yan. So much video. Okay. Now, starting from your left. Yan. So orange and white, then the orange, then the green and white, then the blue, then the blue and white, then the green, followed by the brown and white, and lastly the brown. Yeah. Yeah. So next up is to straighten them because we will be this will be the order that we will be inserting them to the RJ45 connector. Yeah. So from then on, so here is our RJ45 connector. Yeah. We will be measuring, how long we're going to cut again. So since we're going like that, so somewhere around here. Yeah. So next is to cut them using the crimper. Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be inserting them there. We use this yellow one to align them. Sorry. Wait, straighten. So that's what I've learned. It's very important that the cut should be straight and not the cut should be a straight line here, since it will have problems with the connection when we finally crimp them to the connector. So we'll just do that right here. Hold it in place. And finally cut. Yeah. As you can see, we have our very straight line cut. Yun. Yan. Paano ba yun? Ayun. Yan. So next up, we'll be inserting them, these strands, to the RJ45 connector. So yeah. So then face the gold plates facing towards you. So yeah, start here. No, the leftmost. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we insert them. Insert them right there. Yan. Yan. So as you can see, yeah, so somehow like that. So they're aligned well. Check. Check here by checking the endpoints of the cable. So yeah, so it seems to be working fine. And, and so after that we can finally replace it on this bigger slot here. Yeah, and finally squeeze it. So it has a blade on the back, on the rear. So again, so insert, and so shaft, and finally squeeze it slowly. And yeah, so we release here. Right. Then we check. So there are some parts here hindi na cut. So we'll just put it back again. And so I'm sorry, one left. And yeah. So again, so we are done. So this is what it looks like. And good. So the next thing we're going to do is to check any problems. So far there are none. Since all the strands are in line with the gold plates. You can see the white dots, shiny dots, aligned with the gold lines. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So Marsha. So that's it. That's how you crimp. That's how you crimp the Cat 6 UTP network cable connected to the RJ45 connector. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So that's it. And with my earlier work, what is the recent one? Yes, the recent one, and this is the earlier. So unit has a much more cleaner look and compared to my what they have done now since that enough for the video. So again, but both both strands are perfectly aligned. Ayan, diba? So, yan. So, that would be all. Thank you, and good night.